Hey there, Eagle Force fans. Today we got another trio of 40th anniversary Golden Style action figures. On the far left we have Stryker, in the middle we have Sergeant Brown, and on the right side we have the cat. And as a quick disclaimer, Fresh Monkey Fiction did send these figures for this review in order to help get the word out that these figures are coming soon. And along with that note, if you'd like to have these figures in your collection, head over to BigBadToyStore.com to pre-order them. They are expected mid to late May, and I highly recommend if you think you want them to pre-order them because these are such a limited run figure that when they sell out, they're going to be sold out and they will be gone. So now let's get on with it. Let's take a quick look at the back of the packages, beginning with the cat. And as I mentioned previously, these all have really cool little bio-visual file card comic books on the back. That's the cat. We'll put him back. Next, we've got Sergeant Brown right there. Let me get my finger out of the way so you could actually read it if you'd like to. And as always, if you want to read it, you'll want to take a pause. Then we've got Stryker over here. And these actually are a lot of fun. Not only are they a cool little visual file card, but they're just a fun little comic. Alrighty, so enough of the packaging. Let's get these out of the package. And here are the figures free from their plastic case. And as you can see, typical, there is a lot of little accessories with these 4-inch Eagle Force action figures. Beginning with the hands. Now, I'm not going to show you every piece here. I'm going to show you the unique accessories for each figure, as well as the unique hands. And so we're going to begin with the figure stands that we've all seen before that we think are really pretty cool, right? So, each figure comes with an Eagle Force inscribed figure stand with 2 pegs right there. I'm kind of shining this around there for you. We'll set that back. Now, the cat comes with a cool-looking gun. That's all I've got to say. It's a cool-looking gun right there. It's just plain black. There are no paint apps on it. He also has this kind of a I was going to say bandolier sash, but this looks like a pile of rope. And that's appropriate because he is a cat burglar. And each figure comes with, it's like using chopsticks over here, a beret. So each figure comes with this gold beret. And each figure comes with this trooper helmet right here that you can see. And they come with a trooper helmet for the skin tone that they have. So this one with the cat is kind of a lighter color skin tone, whereas General Brown is a little bit, these aren't working as well as I was hoping they would. General Brown has a darker skin tone. And Stryker has a more of what I would say like a tanned skin tone. But these are really nice for trooper heads. So if you like these gold figures and you want to build out some troops, this would be pretty cool. So moving over to Sergeant Brown, actually I think I've referred to him as General Brown maybe a couple times now, I'm not sure. But he comes with this little shotgun here. It's mostly a brown and black. There's no other colors there for it. And the guns that Stryker comes with, there's a little handgun right there. And he comes with what I would say is a signature, his sniper rifle. And that is a silver with some black pieces on. I like this. This looks like a neat looking gun here. And then Stryker also comes with a baseball style hat. So that's pretty nice right there. So moving on, General Brown, sorry, I've got General Brown stuck in my head. Sergeant Brown here in the middle, the blurry middle guy, has a lot of attachments. The reason is, if you take a look here, you'll see that he's got these holes on his vest. So it's a little like Marauder Gun Runners in that he has some customizable features. And he's got little attachments. Here's the first attachment. It's like a shotgun shell thing. And here is another attachment right there. And on the back, there's this little peg that will peg into that vest. Here is some little pouches. These are like crazy tiny. And it's nice that they've got the little detail. Those buttons are painted in. And then here is another attachment right there. Again, there's pegs on the bottom. And another attachment, looks like a double pocket system. Stuff is so small, it's kind of difficult to get my camera to focus in on this stuff. So I've got to try and pick this one up. I've got to do a manual focus. So I got to get these lined up just right. There we go. So another set of little pocket things. And you get like a gold cell phone. Let's get this thing picked up. So a little gold smart cell phone right there with even a little, looks like a, no, maybe I thought it was going to be a dab of color, but no, I guess it's not, just the reflection. A little black screen, that's kind of neat. And you got a holster that you can also plug in there. And that holster, you can put this gun in that holster right there. It's just a little small thing. It'll slide right in like that. And then for the final little bits of accessories, Stryker has, he's the only one who has these little gold, not gold, but black ringlets for glove, like gloves wrapped around your wrists there. Now we're going to talk about the hands. So each character has a set of black gloved hands. And they have the grabby hands. They have the fist hands. They have trigger finger hands. And they have C-shaped hands. Now, Stryker over here comes with the C-shaped hands built, pre-installed on the figure, while these two have the C-shaped hands, skin-colored hands. Now, what's interesting is each figure comes with a set of skin-colored flat hands. So like a saluting or something. There's no flat hands in the gloves. I think that's interesting. And we've got some different skin tone colors. So this is for the cat. You get kind of this color. It's a tannish color, I would say. And you get skin tone for Sergeant Brown, a little bit darker skin tone. And then you get this skin tone, which is a lighter color for Stryker. And that is all the hands. I'm not going to show you any more hands. We're not going to deal with any more hands. We're going to get into looking at the figures, so we got to clear all this stuff out. I'll be right back. Now we get to the fun part where we're actually looking at these figures. So I'll answer the first question you might have. Yes, these are the exact same figure design, except there are a few little differences. Stryker over here has knee pads, and the cat has longer boots, and that might be about it. Oh, I guess Stryker's right thigh is the version of the leg that's got straps around it. And then actually Stryker also has. So, I mean, there's a few little differences, but generally it's the same body style. So I want to answer another question that some people might have. Why gold outfits? These are not, really great for hiding and going on special secret missions. They are loud. They are visible. They are just really ridiculous, actually, to some. And I've grown to really like these kind of gold things. They're just interesting and kind of cool looking. And yes, I understand the camo is, not there. You're not gonna be sneaking around in this gold outfit in the bush. You're not gonna be sneaking up on people. And at night, you get a light shown on you and it's probably gonna shine bright back. So it's just fun fantasy to me. However, there is a bit of origin to these, and way back, because as I mentioned earlier, this is the 40th anniversary figures. So way back in the early 80s, when Eagle Force was originally an action figure line, well, I guess you could call it action figure. I didn't have them. I don't know a lot about them. They were really small. They were like just 2 inches or 2.5 inches tall. They were all metal figures, and every figure was decked out in a bright, shiny gold. And so these are homages to those original gold figures. And that's why they're gold. And Fresh Monkey Fiction has released some of these characters. I think only some. I don't think all of them have been released in more updated, modern type looks as opposed to just gold. And so, but these are for all the fans who wanted the gold figures. And I've become a fan, and I know there's a couple people I've talked to that didn't originally like the gold, but have kind of come around, and now they're a fan of the gold as well. It's just, I think it'd be really fun just to have a shelf just full of all these gold guys. I think that would just be really pretty fun just to see them all. And the thing about the gold is I don't know if it really translates well on the camera, but these are not like a vac metal gold. They're not like really shiny gold. They are more of a bronze gold. So they're subdued. They're not really super bright. Maybe my camera kind of makes it look more so, but I think they look really pretty nice, this gold color. And so in hand, I think they'll look a lot better than maybe what you've seen online. And as I post this video online for you to see. But I think the gold is a pretty nice looking gold. It's not like super crazy bright. So anyway, we have Stryker, Sergeant Brown, and the cat. The cat's this cat burglarer, and he's kind of fun. These figures have the standard articulation as an Eagle Force figure. Set him over there. His neck or his head's on a ball joint up here. You can look down. They all do about the same. None of these figures are going to be a lot different. You can look up about that far. The arm rotates at the shoulder, has a hinge at the shoulder, can go like crazy far up. A hinge and rotation at the elbow, a hinge and rotation at the wrist, and I believe most of the wrists are about the same. I'm glancing over here. I guess there's a mixture of up and down and left and rights. There's a ball joint here at the waist for the torso to move around. There's nothing at the up here in the upper chest area. If you want him to do the splits, he can take his legs out that far. If you want him to sit, they can sit about that far. So not quite flat, but almost there. Got some thigh swivels right here. Works really well. Double pin knee, so he can take his leg back that far. And we'll talk about the leg or the ankle joints on a couple of these figures. Now the cat here has a ball joint that goes up into the leg. And so that allows for a rotation up there. You can also pivot the ankles, and there is a hinge. So how far back can this figure hinge with this style of boot? Well, he can go back about that far. Not too bad, I don't think. And how about forward? Now, he probably goes forward more than boots should allow him to. It's about that far right there. So pretty good range of motion on this articulation. Now let's take a look here at Sergeant Brown. And he's got a different kind of ankle boot area. So he has a boot cut at the top of the boot that allows the leg or the foot to move back and forth. So there is no ball joint down here. There is just a single pivot and a hinge. And how about his range of motion? We'll get that off to the side. So he can lean back, roughly about like that. And going forward, does not quite have the same distance as the cat with those boots. He can go forward about that far. How about hindrance? Well, the vest that's on this figure does not hinder him. He can bring his arm all the way up and move it around, sit and split. I like that. I'm going to have to remember, sit and split the same all over the place there. And Stryker over here, well, he's got the same kind of web gear that the cat has. And so he has no further hindrance. He has these knee pads, but it does not hinder his range of motion. Not even the holster on his right leg hinders his splits, because maybe these are not like tight fitting. You know, these guys can do the splits. They've got some movement behind them. I'm going to stand them back up here real quick. So now I want to get a little bit more close and personal here with Sergeant Brown. We'll bring him forward just a little bit and talk my camera into actually staying in focus. So what I want to do is take a look at some of these attachments here that we got for Sergeant Brown. And I don't know what I'm doing, not really, so, you know, you just gotta have to deal with it. Let's hit this gun down here. I think that's a good spot, right? I don't know. I don't know a lot of things, but I like to hook things on. That didn't work so well. Might have to take the vest off. I don't know. Oh, the vest does pop off. If I can pop it off, there is a connection point right there and a connection point right there. So now, you know, let's just go ahead and do that. So then you can take the vest off and then he's really shiny. But I think I'll hook this phone up here. Let's see how difficult. Oh, that hooks right in there. You can see that little gold peg right there. Straighten that up a little bit. We'll put this holster back down here. And it's a lot easier if you take the vest off and push them through. Let's see, what else do we got here? We got some pockets, got some shells. We'll put some shells over here. And you all can comment in the comments if I'm doing this wrong. Like, maybe I don't know how you set up a vest like this. I really don't know how. I'm just putting what I think looks neat. And let's put some pockets right up here. And this is what my Sergeant Brown is going to look like, at least for right now, until maybe I decide to change him up a little bit. Bring him back, we'll tuck his vest on, lift his arms, and attach. Don't fall off. Things don't fall off. I don't think they're going to fall off, but the way I'm moving it around and they twist. So I think I got him back in his vest, and there he is now. Doesn't he look good? He's got some gear. He's got some stuff on his vest now. He doesn't have a holy vest. He doesn't have holes all over the place. But yeah, I think that kind of works. He can reach with his right hand over to this side and pull that out. And he can use his left hand to reach over and use his smartphone there. And yeah, I think that works. It's a lot like Marauders. Now, we do have these 4 extra pieces. It'd be kind of cool maybe to have had some holes on the back, but yeah, I'm not gonna lose sleep over that. That's kind of fun. That's neat. He looks a little, I like the phone. I like the gold phone. He's got some bling on this vest. So let's go ahead and give him his hat. And let's give him the shotgun. I know this is not the right hand whatsoever, but I'm just not going to take the time to swap out the hands. So there we have a General... I keep saying General Brown. Sergeant Brown. This is Sergeant Brown. This is like before he got the... this is before he got his promotion. And that's the wrong way. So I think we've got a good looking... There we go. Sergeant Brown right there. Let's pull this guy off to the side. There we go. Sergeant Brown, for the most part, all geared up. Let's take a peek here at the cat, because the cat is a cat burglarer. It definitely needs a pile of rope. So we're going to wrap this rope around. And I don't know, I might want to take off this web gear. It kind of gets in the way. But if I remember correctly, the web gear does not just pop off. It's going to have to be removed by like taking parts of the figure apart, like that. Put his arms down. We'll take this off his shoulders. There we go. And maybe I don't hear the snap, but I'm pretty sure it's hooked in place. We'll put the rope up here. I am not gentle with figures on occasion, by the way. Anyway, we got his rope here, so there. Now he's got rope. He looks more cat burglarish. So you use the rope when you want him to be a cat burglar. You use the web gear when you want him to be part of Eagle Force. Now, I just noticed, look at that. This has holes on the side. So you could actually, if you get both these figures, you can get some of these little pocket things and hook on there, and you can use up the rest of these and outfit the cat as well as Stryker, because he's got the holes on there too. So let's put this hat on the cat. The cat in the hat. Oh man, I somehow got that to work. The cat in the hat. I'll be here all week, folks. Well, a couple times a week, couple days a week. There we go. The cat is in his hat. We're done with that one now. There he is, kind of like all geared up for the most part. Now, I will mention this. Some of these heads, like, I'm not going to be putting the trooper heads on these figures because these holes need to be widened or heated or something. They are very tight. They are very tight. And sometimes people from what I've heard, people put these extra heads on, and it's very difficult to get them back off. So I highly recommend you heat these heads up, or you maybe take a knife and open them up just a little bit so they're easier to remove, take on and off, and so forth. But I'm not going to be putting the heads on just because of that reason. All right, let's take a look here at Stryker. because he's next, and why not? So he's got something a little bit different. He has a scarf around his neck, which is removable if you take the head off. So you can just pop the head off and slide this little red scarf right off, but we like it for right now, so we're going to leave it. He also, as I mentioned, has got little holes on his web gear, so you could plug in some of Sergeant Brown's pouches and things onto that figure. So this guy is a sniper. So let's give him a different look. Let's put this baseball hat on, like backwards, because why not, right? Let's do backwards, and let's give him his sniper rifle. Because, like, let's make him a typical, like, TV sniper. And, I don't know how well you can open up the hands. A little bit, kind of, sort of. It's a little difficult. Kind of bending that thumb backwards on accident. There we go. Now, I don't know if this is really how you hold a sniper rifle. I've never held one before. But doesn't he look, positively ready to go? Actually, I kind of like that look. I kind of like that one a lot. Let's move Sergeant Brown over here. But, yeah, there we go. Oh, and we've got this to slide in the holster on his right ankle. His right thigh, right there. And, yes, he is all geared up. Maybe tuck his hat down a little bit more like that. Now, you could imagine him. Now, the only problem with doing a sniper thing is, like, you couldn't have this guy, like, lay down and be a sniper because the ball joint on the head system does not allow for that. So you'd have to have him, like, way up. Like, way up. So you can actually probably see what he's doing, which is a little disappointing. But, that's the construction of these figures. And so just going to have him kind of more like at a kneeling angle, and that's why he's got these nice lovely knee pads so that he can do his sniper thing kind of like on his knee. But that's not going to work exactly, so you're going to need, thighs are a little loose, that's why you're going to need this lovely figure stand. Then you can get him all ready to go after his target. Dude, this guy is cool. I like it. I like how I've got him set up here. So we've got the sniper, we've got the cat burglarer, we'll put him right there, and we've got what I would call the leader here. So if any of these, let's scoot them just a little bit closer here. You could take a little bit closer look, maybe like at their faces or something. The head sculpts, I think they're pretty cool looking head sculpts, but if any of them look familiar, well, you might be kind of right. Truthfully, the only one that really looks familiar is this guy right here, but I actually can't place why he looks familiar, so the other two just might look familiar as well. But anyway, here we have the latest assortment of 40th anniversary gold style Eagle Force action figures. They are a lot of fun. These are a lot of fun. I can't wait for these to actually release, and everyone out there that's an Eagle Force fan can actually get their hands on these figures. You are going to have so much fun with these. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and watching. I will see you next time.